Ready to make a real impact every day? Join the Active Day Home Care team and help clients maintain their independence in the comfort of their own homes. Make a difference in someone's life as you provide essential daily assistance and protect their health and happiness. Earn up to $20 an hour and enjoy additional perks like optional daily pay, 401k, paid time off, ongoing educational training, and more. Join a team that values care, compassion, and your professional growth. Visit activeday.com to apply.
There are strong indications that the aviation situation in India may need world attention for the safety of global citizens who transit with aircraft within the India Aviation Authority, as multiple reports indicated that some of the aircraft regulated by India authorities are probably more or less like a flying coffin, always waiting to take passengers and crew members early to their makers. As it may be interesting to know that since the plane crashed in Ahmedabad on Thursday last week, there have been series of cancellations and return flights managed by India Airlines due to technical problems, with an helicopter carrying pilgrims from Kedarnath to Gupkashi crashing on Sunday near Gorakund in the state of Uttarakhand, killing all 7 people on board in India. This, according to residents in India, is the 5th helicopter crash in the country since May 8, 2025, when helicopter crashed near Gangani, killing 6 persons and injuring 1. On May 12, 2025, helicopter blade struck a nearby parked vehicle at Badrinath helipad while attempting to land back on the helipad. On May 17, 2025, an AIIMS Rishikesh Sanjeevani ambulance helicopter crash landed in Kedarnath after the rear part of the helicopter was damaged. On June 7, 2025, an helicopter carrying 5 pilgrims crash landed near Badasu in Rudraprayag before the Sunday crash, killing all occupants on board. After the Times of India reported that rescuers on Saturday recovered another body from the wreckage of the Air India's AI-171, which crashed into the BJ Medical College campus in Ahmedabad on Thursday, taking the death toll to over 274 in what the media described as India's worst ever single aircraft disaster, following the airline earlier confirmation of 241 fatalities among the 242 people on board, with 1 survivor, with the media adding that authorities have also confirmed 33 deaths on the ground. That not all. An Air India passenger, Akash Vatsa, took to X social media platform with videos showing that he boarded the Air India flight that crashed, killing 274 people on board 2 hours before the crash from New Delhi to Ahmedabad, that he observed a lot of technical faults in the airplane and wondered why Air India management still allowed such an aircraft to fly without proper maintenance. CNBC News reported that multiple Air India flights have experienced returns, technical snags, and crew duty delays since the deadly Air India plane crash on June 12, 2025. A London-bound Air India flight, scheduled for takeoff from Ahmedabad, was cancelled on Tuesday due to technical issues. The flight, I-159, arrived from New Delhi to Ahmedabad. It was also the first flight scheduled to depart for London after last week's crash in Ahmedabad. On June 16, shortly after taking off from Hong Kong around 12:30 p.m. local time, Boeing 7878 flight AI-315 reached approximately 22,000 feet before descending and returning to Hong Kong International Airport. According to an NDTV report, the pilot said there was a technical issue and communicated to air traffic control that he did not want to continue further. The aircraft underwent precautionary inspections after landing safely around 1:15 p.m. local time. The airline made other travel arrangements for the travelers. An Airbus A321-211 VTPPL, scheduled as flight AI-2493, was grounded in Mumbai. Initially, the flight was delayed for unspecified operational reasons. It was ultimately cancelled after the crew exceeded their legally mandated flight duty time limitations, FDTL. On Tuesday at 12:45 a.m. IST, flight AI-180, a Boeing 777-200LR, landed in Kolkata from San Francisco. During the layover, a technical issue was identified in the left engine. According to reports, The pilot instructed all passengers to deplane at around 5:20 a.m. Reportedly, no injuries were recorded, and maintenance teams carried out thorough engine checks before further action was taken. A Boeing 737 MAX 8 belonging to Air India Express left from Delhi to Ranchi but had to return because of a suspected technical issue. The aircraft was inspected and cleared before operating its originally scheduled services. Air India Express apologized to passengers for the inconvenience. An Air India flight from Phuket to New Delhi had to make an emergency landing back on the Thai island due to an onboard bomb threat last Friday, and all 156 passengers aboard AI 379 were escorted safely, Reuters reported. A message of threat was found in one of the plane's lavatories after takeoff. Other incidents included Indigo Goa Lucknow faced major mid-air turbulence, a British F-35 fighter jet making an emergency landing in Kerala due to low fuel on Sunday, and a Lufthansa flight from Frankfurt to Hyderabad turning back mid-air following a bomb threat, CNBC News ends in quotes. Meanwhile, an India-based news media, CNN News 18, reported on Tuesday that an Air India flight AI-159, AB788 Boeing jet, due to depart from Ahmedabad in Gujarat at 1:10 p.m. local time on Tuesday and arrive at London Gatwick Airport at 6:25 p.m. has been cancelled. CNN News 18 stated that a technical glitch was detected during routine checks and as a result, the flight was suspended, and passengers were left stranded at the airport. CNN News 18 stated that the flight had arrived earlier from New Delhi before the issue was discovered. Hindustan, citing the Asian News International Agency, ANI, also reported that an Air India Express flight from Delhi to Ranchi was forced to return to the capital shortly after takeoff on Monday due to a suspected technical problem. An Air India flight from San Francisco to Mumbai developed a technical snag in one of its engines, forcing passengers to deplane during a scheduled stop at Kolkata Airport early Tuesday. Air India flight from San Francisco to Mumbai hits snag. Passengers deplane in Kolkata. Flight AI-180 landed on time at 12:45 a.m., but a snag in the left engine delayed its onward departure. Around 5:20 a.m., an onboard announcement directed all passengers to disembark. The aircraft's captain informed passengers that the decision was made in the interest of flight safety. Earlier on Monday, Air India's flight AI-2493 from Mumbai to Ahmedabad was cancelled after facing delays due to operational issues, news agency ANI reported, citing sources. The Airbus A321-211, VTPPL, assigned to operate the flight, was initially delayed for unspecified reasons. During this time, the assigned crew exceeded their flight duty time limitations, FDTL, the maximum hours crew members are allowed to work to ensure safety, leading to the flight's cancellation. After inspection and clearance, the aircraft resumed normal operations, an airline spokesperson said. An Air India Express spokesperson said, "One of our flights returned to Delhi after takeoff due to a suspected technical issue. Following inspections and necessary clearances, the aircraft resumed scheduled operations. We regret the inconvenience caused." All India Trinamool Congress in a statement on Monday said that, between May and June 2025 alone, 5 helicopter incidents, including 2 fatal crashes, have rocked Uttarakhand during the peak of the Char Dham Yatra. This is not a coincidence. It's a direct result of negligence, poor oversight, and unregulated private operators cashing in on faith at the cost of lives. How many more must die before safety takes precedence over profit? Air India management, in numbers of press releases since last Thursday, blamed the cancellations and returns of some of its flights on the ongoing war between Israel and Iran. Some of the various statements issued by Air India and published on their website read verbatim thus. June 15, 2025. Air India remains in mourning on the tragic loss of 241 passengers and crew members aboard Flight AI-171. Our hearts are with the families, loved ones, and communities affected by the accident. We have established contact with the next of kin, relatives of all passengers and crew members, expressing our condolences and helping them with the next steps. Over 400 family members have reached Ahmedabad and are being assisted by our teams on the ground. Every affected family in Ahmedabad has been assigned at least one caregiver by Air India. Air India is working closely with other Tata Group companies to provide every possible assistance to the families and loved ones of those deceased, which remains our number one priority. The solemn process of handing over the mortal remains and the personal effects to the next of kin is ongoing. Air India is working closely with the authorities and will be assisting in the movement out of Gujarat and repatriation initiatives, where appropriate. We extend our profound gratitude to the central and state governments for their unwavering and exceptional support in every possible way. We also express our heartfelt appreciation to the faculty, staff, students, and associates of Civil Hospital and Rajasthan Hospital in Ahmedabad for the tireless efforts and compassion, and colleagues from other Tata Group companies for their relentless commitment to providing resources and support, ensuring our teams have everything needed to care for those affected. Air India remains fully cooperative with the ongoing investigation led by the authorities and will continue to provide updates as verified information becomes available. Friends and relatives assistance centers remain operational at Ahmedabad and Mumbai airports to support families seeking information. For assistance, please contact our dedicated passenger hotline at 1-800-5691-444 within India, or +91 80,000 627 79,200 for international callers. June 14, 2025. Air India stands in solidarity with the families of the passengers who tragically lost their lives in the recent accident. Our teams on the ground are doing everything possible to extend care and support during this incredibly difficult time. As part of our continued efforts, Air India will be providing an interim payment of 25 lakh rupees or approximately 21,000 British pounds each to the families of the deceased and to the survivor, to help address immediate financial needs. This is in addition to the 1 crore rupees or approximately 85,000 British pounds support already announced by Tata Sons. All of us at Air India are deeply saddened by this loss. We mourn with the families, loved ones, and everyone affected. Air India is in the process of completing the one-time safety checks directed by the Indian Aviation Regulator, DGCA. These checks are being carried out on the Boeing 787 fleet as they return to India, before being cleared for the next operations. Air India has completed such checks on 9 of the Boeing 787 aircraft and are on track to complete this process for the remaining 24 aircraft within the timeline provided by the regulator. Some of these checks could lead to higher turnaround time and potential delays on certain long-haul routes, especially those to airports with operating curfews. Customers will be duly notified about any delays. They are advised to check the status of their flights at http://airindia.com/in/n/manage/flight-status.html before heading to the airport. For customers affected by this disruption, refunds on cancellation or complimentary rescheduling are being offered to those who opt for it. June 13, 2025. Due to the emerging situation in Iran, the subsequent closure of its airspace, and for the safety of our passengers, the following Air India flights are either being diverted or returning to their origin. AI 130 London Heathrow Mumbai, diverted to Vienna. AI 102 New York Delhi, diverted to Sharjah. AI 116 New York Mumbai, diverted to Jeddah. AI 2018 London Heathrow Delhi, diverted to Mumbai. AI 129 Mumbai London Heathrow, returning to Mumbai. AI 119 Mumbai New York, returning to Mumbai. AI 103 Delhi Washington, returning to Delhi. AI 106 Newark Delhi, diverted to Vienna. AI 188 Vancouver Delhi, diverting to Jeddah. AI 101 Delhi New York, diverting to Frankfurt, Milan. AI-126 Chicago Delhi, diverting to Jeddah. AI-132 London Heathrow Bengaluru, diverted to Sharjah. AI-2016 London Heathrow Delhi, diverted to Vienna. AI-104 Washington Delhi, diverted to Vienna. AI-190 Toronto Delhi, diverted to Frankfurt. AI-189 Delhi Toronto, returning to Delhi. We regret the inconvenience caused by this unforeseen disruption. Air India is working diligently to minimize the impact, providing passenger accommodation, offering refunds or complimentary rescheduling, and arranging alternate travel options. We would like to reiterate that at Air India, the safety of our customers and crew remains top priority. We advise all our passengers to check their flight status, Air India stated. We have reported that Vishwash Kumar Ramesh, the only survivor in the Air India Boeing Flight 171 that crashed into Hospital Hostel on Thursday afternoon at Ahmedabad, says, he quickly removes his seatbelt and runs out of the plane after the aircraft crash landed less than 59 seconds after takeoff on the ground floor of the medical students' hostel with a luck on his side, that the door of the plane got broken and opened immediately after the plane crash landed, and no wall of the building was blocking his way, unlike many others who could have escaped, but they were prevented or blocked by the wall of the hostel building that denied them the opportunity to be able to run out of the plane. And Air India in a press statement said the Boeing 171 is 12 years old, and the managing director and chief executive officer of Air India, Campbell Wilson, in a video press release said that only one person out of the 242 passengers and crew members on board the plane survived. This, the president and chief executive officer of Boeing, the U.S. plane, missiles and rockets manufacturer, said he has spoken with Air India, Tata Sons and Tata Group chairman, Natarajan Chandrasekaran, to offer full support, saying, a Boeing team stands ready to support the investigation led by India's Aircraft Accident Investigation Bureau, while India Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi, today paid an on-the-spot assessment visit to the crash site and the hospital where people on ground that sustained injuries, and the British national, Vishwash Kumar Ramesh, who is the only survivor among the people on board the plane, are being treated. And the Prime Minister after the visit issued a statement to condole with the families and relatives of the dead victims, including the family and relatives of former Gujarat Chief Minister, Shri Vijay Rupani, a highly notable personality of apparent center of interest that also died in the plane crash.
Osazuwa Connect, bringing you the news in a more digital way.